believe I'm a bit more louder than that. Hare Krishna, everybody!
Hare Krishna!
So today we've gathered to open this new hall, which will be a hall for learning spiritual activities, as well as a multi-purpose hall, now introduced to the ISKCON Nairobi community. And we are very, very blessed that today this hall opening is being conducted by His Holiness Svayam Bhagavan Keshava Swami Maharaj. Svayam Bhagavan Keshava Swami Maharaj. And the hall doesn't have a name yet. We're still calling it a hall. So Maharaj will also give it a name. So first disciple of Maharaj is this hall. So now we'll have the ribbon cutting, followed by there'll be a special surprise, after which we'll hand over the certificates for the devotees who participated in the Ramayana drama, and then a small talk by Maharaj and Mahaprasad for everyone. So we'll now begin with the ribbon cutting. Shri Harinam Sankirtan Yajna ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Hare Krishna. So everybody very loudly, Hare Krishna. So I would like to welcome once again each and every one of you to today's special program of opening this new hall. As mentioned earlier, the hall doesn't have a name yet. It is Maharaj who will name it. And in Kenya, we've made a record. It's Maharaj's first disciple in Kenya, this hall. Of course, we'd also like to welcome and thank His Grace Valmiki Prabhu. Valmiki Prabhu, the round of applause is coming, so be ready. Valmiki Prabhu is a traveling preacher, travels all over the world preaching, doing Harinams, doing Kirtan. And he's also a sannyas candidate. So next time Valmiki Prabhu comes, we might see him in sannyas dress. Just like we had Keshava Swami here a few years ago. He was also a sannyas candidate. Now we are seeing him as a sannyasi. So we are very fortunate to have Valmiki Prabhu here. And of course, we are very, very fortunate also that this opening of the hall is being done by the blessings and in the presence of His Holiness Svayam Bhagavan Keshava Swami Maharaj. His Holiness Svayam Bhagavan Keshava Swami Maharaj ki. His Grace Valmiki Prabhu ki. So yesterday was a very, very special day. It was the birthday of Maharaj. But Maharaj was in Mombasa celebrating. So we said in Nairobi we wouldn't be left out. So today is the second celebration of Maharaj's appearance day. And there is a cake for him to cut. So amongst everyone's loud chanting and of course Mukund Prabhu's expert Mridanga playing, we will celebrate Maharaj's cake cutting. In the Western system, when it's your birthday, everyone gives you a gift. But in the Vedic system, when it's your birthday, you are supposed to give everyone something. So we pray to Maharaj that please bless all of us, bless this yatra, this hall, and everyone here today as we celebrate your cake cutting and your most auspicious birthday. His Holiness Swayam Bhagavan Keshava Swami Maharaj ki. So just for those who didn't understand, it's his birthday. So we require more enthusiasm. His Holiness Swayam Bhagavan Keshava Swami Maharaj ki. So now we'll cut the cake amongst Kirtan and then we'll go on with the program.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Prabhu. Nitai Gaur Premanande! So the Maha cake will be available for everyone to have later on. Now we'll begin with the certificate, giving out the certificates to all the participants who participated in the Ram Navami dance drama. So this year, as you all know, Ram Navami was extra special because the Sunday after Ram Navami, there was a very special dance drama that was prepared by Gitanjali Mataji along with her entire team, where they did the whole Ramayana, and everyone really liked it. Everyone really glorified the way it was done. So what better way to appreciate everyone who did that hard work than on Maharaj's belated birthday, give them a certificate. So we request all the participants to please come up and get a certificate from Maharaj for your participation, after which the program will carry on.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Maharaj. Hare Krishna. So the certificates, first of all, we are very grateful to get this recognition and honor for the Ramayana drama. The certificates are in alphabetical order, so I request the girls of Bhaktivedanta Nritya Academy to be ready, ABC and so on, and also the boys who participated in Ramayana. While the Ramayana was getting conducted, we were told categorically, because of the makeup, people couldn't recognize who the characters or who the participants were. So I will quickly also call out the role that was played by each of these people here. We'll begin with R.V. Shetty. R.V. played the role of Little Shatrughan, the son of Shatrughan. Also, she was one of the monkeys in the Vanar Sena. Aditya Saini, please stand in alphabetical order. Aditya Saini, he was also a part of the Vanar Sena. Bhakti. Bhakti played the role of Bharat, small Bharat, and also she was the squirrel, the small squirrel in Ramas. Bhavika Solanki. Bhavika played the role of King Jagannath. Bhavmai Devi Lasi. Now a louder Haribol, please. Bhavmai played the role of Kaikeyi, Chandni. Chandni played the role of Lord Ram. Disha. Very big Haribol, she is the one who played the role of Brahman. Dwarka Dwarka Mataji.
Hari Hari Bol.
Dwarka Mataji played the role of Shabari. Geet Solanki. Geet played the role of Hanuman. Haripriya played the role of Vashisht right from the Gurukul. Hetwi played the role of the Rishi and she was also Lakshman, the young Jahnavi. Janvi was a monkey in Manarsena. And if you are the one who was a monkey who was giving flying kisses to the parents, it was Janvi. Janki played the role of Vishwamitra and also we don't have Jaini who played the role of Vibhishan. She is away in India. Kirtana. We had two beautiful Sutradhars. Kirtana was one of them. Kishori played the role of Marich, the golden deer, so beautifully, and she was also little Bharat. Krishna played the role of Vishwamitra, and she also played the role of Hanuman in the Brahman Vesh. Madhav was also a Vanar in the Vanar. Am I seeing Madhumati Mataji here? Madhumati Mataji played the role of Dandakaranya, Vitata in Dandakaranya forest. She's not there. Manya was another Sutradhar along with Kirtana. We don't have Matangi who played the role of Dashrath and also the Ravan role in the Brahmachari. She's not here, so she's in India. Meet.
Haribol.
Again, a Vanar in Vanarsena. Is Nidhi Mataji here? Okay, Nidhi was one of Sita Sakis. Niral. Okay, Niral played 3 characters, so she had a tough time changing costumes. She was Guha, she played the role of Guha. She also played the role of the demoness avatar of Shurpanaka, and then she was also one of those Rakshasis in Ashok Vatika with Sita.
Rakshashi Mataji ki jai.
Palak was one of the rishis and also played the role of junior Bharat. Parita was Sita Saki and also Shurpanaka who got her nose cut. Pranvi played the role of Sita Mata. A very beautiful character portrayed by Radha Sati of Jatayu. Radhe was again a Vanar in the Vanar Sena. Radhika was little Saki for Sita. Ramya played the role of Lakshman. Reyansh, again one of the Vanars in the Vanar Sena of Lord Krishna. played the role of little Ram in the Gurukul and also was Sita Sakhi. Titi was Ahalya and then she quickly changed costume to become Sita Sakhi. Tulsi played the role of one of the rishis and she was also Bharat in the junior age. Vanshika very, very convincingly played the role of Mantara. We don't have Viral here. Viral played the role of Sita Sakhi. Vishwa was Bharat. Yashvi. Okay, we have Yashvi who played the role of Shatrughan and we don't see her here. These are the participants of Ramayana.
Participants can arrange themselves nicely. They can take a photo with Maharaj, a group photo, and then you can go to your.
So the front row can slightly lean down.
All the shorter kids in front, taller ones at the back.
So Maharaj, this Bhakti Nritya group, every festival they perform some Bharatnatyam and pastimes for the pleasure of all the devotees, for every festival. And they are all headed by Her Grace Gitanjali Mataji, who has personally taken charge to teach them. So also a big round of applause for Gitanjali Mataji. As for the festival, these characters change from Ram Navami to Gaur Purnima to Janmashtami, they keep changing. I remember one of the characters, I think Chandni, she was Nashingadev just recently in the Nashinga Chaturdasi. So a big round of applause for all these participants. So we'll have a quick photo shoot with Maharaj and then we carry on with the program. Everybody, 1, 2, 3, say Paneer.
You guys are still not coming in. Some of you are just coming a little bit more. Yeah. Okay.
So everyone, Jai Shri Ram. 1, 2, 3. Jai Shri Ram. Who was Valmiki in the drama? Who was Valmiki? Oh, okay. So good point. Otherwise, they can come and get blessings from Valmiki Prabhu here.
Valmiki was in the background. These were the participants of Ramayana, but this would have been so impossible without the support of so many people here who helped us travel this journey so beautifully, and we look back with so many memories of Ramayana days. I would like to thank each and every one. The makeup was so fantastic that actually people said that they cannot recognize who these characters are, like I said. And then the props were so beautiful. So I just take this opportunity to also call people who helped backstage, makeup, props, and so much more. Everything. There was a lot going behind Ramayana. I would like to begin with Ambika Gopi Devi Dasi Mataji. Mataji is a fantastic painter, so she got all the faces painted. Bhakti Lata Devi Dasi Mataji. I want to take this opportunity to first apologize to Mataji because on the day of Ramayana I forgot to give her the vote of thanks. But I'm so glad it's happening here now. Vijay Mataji for us.
Hari Hari Bol, a big round of applause.
Bharti Mataji. Bharti Mataji is not around, but I would want to say Bharti Mataji is an expert in painting faces of Rakshasas. So we had some fantastic Rakshas looking people. Thank you, Mataji. Chandni Patel. Okay. Chandni, last day she came to our rescue when we were struggling with what to do with the sound system, etc. Yeah, she's here. for the songs and the tune. Beyond all the Haribols we heard, it is because of the fantastic music system and speaker we got from Haridas Prabhuji. Thank you. Hari Pran Priya Mataji. Again, fantastic help with the makeup. Keval Prabhu. That's a bit partial, but I think he deserves. We have gone to Keval Prabhu for every small thing. In fact, he knew the Ramayana from start to finish because we would drag him to see the rehearsals because we wanted so much help on stage and off stage. Thank you, Prabhuji. Natwar Das Prabhu. Padma Saki Devi Dasi, Padma Saki Mataji. Padma has been with me right from the selection of characters till the last day. Thank you. Thank you. Payal Patel. Payal Mataji is not there. Again, last minute we needed so many rescuers and Payal and Chanvi, they were sure to appear. Pinky Mataji.
Haribol.
Pinky Mataji was our backstage support. There were so many props. Everything was going missing. People had to rush because we had every character played more than 2 roles or at least 2 roles. So thank you, Mataji. Rukma Prabhu. For every small doubt in Ramayana, I have rushed to Rukma Prabhu for the story, for clearing my doubts. Thank you so much, Rukma Prabhu. Please, now we are starting Dashavatar, so we are coming back to you. Sadhvi Radha Mataji. Now Bhakti Vedanta Nritya Academy. A big Haribol. Sadhvi Mataji. If people who have seen the Ramayana, if you all have seen Jatayu feathers, if you all have seen the horns of the Rakshasas, if you have seen Ahalya's stone, if you have seen Ravan's costume, everything is handmade, handcrafted with so much love. Sadhvi Mataji.
And Keshava.
Shri Mohini Mataji. Okay, she's in India. She helped a lot with the makeup. Thank you, Mataji. Vaikunta Sundari Devi Das.
This is unfair.
Again, a lot of help with makeup, with costumes. Thank you very much, Mataji.
And today's cake has been made by Her Grace Vaikunta Sundari
And that's the cast and the crew of Ramayana. I have to surely express my gratitude to Sri Gauranga Prabhu, who has been such a support. In fact, we said we are not going to perform in the morning, we are going to do it in the evening. He agreed. We need lights. He agreed. He's done such a lot of alterations just to accommodate Ramayana. And since he signed the certificates, we can't give him one, but Haribol will do.
Mataji, 1 minute. We also need to appreciate you. There is a gift here that Maharaj will hand over to you. As all of you know, I don't need to give any reason or introduction, but Gitanjali Mataji, along with the Bhakti Nritya Academy, have been doing this seva selflessly, and every festival reminding everyone of the pastimes of the Lord. And Mataji puts in so many hours of her time to make sure everyone knows what to do and how to do it perfectly. So a very big round of applause for Mataji. And the gift, though Mataji could have opened and seen the surprise, but Shikaranga Prabhu has told me to tell everyone, the gift is the Ramayana.
Thank you very much. Thank you everyone.
Thank you Mataji, and thank you to all the participants.
I'll just take 1 minute because it is so unfair if I don't apologize to all my students. I know you all went through. I must have shouted, screamed, yelled. We did bribing with ice cream and stuff like that. But thank you for putting up for such incredibly long hours in spite of exams and schedules. Thank you very much. And this is just another announcement. We are coming up with Dashavataram and also Krishna Leela Part 2. So stay tuned.
Anyone who is interested in learning Bharatnatyam, please see Mataji later on. Thank you very much. So Maharaj, this Nashinga Chaturdasi, His Grace Kamita Prabhu organized a very nice concert, which was a fusion between Western music and the Indian verses, the Vedic verses from the Srimad Bhagavatam. And him along with all his team did a wonderful concert here. It was a neo-Vedic concert, and we'd just like to name all the devotees who participated in it, and of course get blessings of Maharaj. And you'll get your certificates later, but we would like to name all of you. So, Kamita Prabhu, I think you know everyone better than me. You can name them.
Hare Krishna, Krishna everyone. Please accept my very humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. First of all, I'd like to send my gratitude to His Holiness Swayam Bhagavan Keshava Maharaj, who has been yeah, you can tell that I was not ready for this. Who has been quite an inspiration in my individual journey, and this inspiration has manifested by me taking part in several services, and one of them was during the most recent festival that we had on Nashinga Chaturdashi, where we were pleased, very, very pleased to share, at least just try and share, just to attempt and share or express ourselves in the art of music, which is quite a significant form of expression that we have in Krishna consciousness. Quite fortunate that quite a fortune that we have. So with us we had a very amazing team who helped us do everything, and we would like to congratulate them and really appreciate them. And this appreciation is just an external. It's just an external form. Externals cannot reach the height of the feeling that we have internally. So it is just a show. It's just for matters of formality. But internally, we are very, very, very grateful to the participants. And there are no participants. There are no participants. The performance cannot be participants if there's no audience. So we also like to thank everyone in general for their participation, for being the objects of to receive the amazing performances. So I'll just quickly name them. There are a few groups. We have singers, we have the kirtan team, we have the instrumentalists. We have certificates, but they're not ready. We were not able to make them available for this event. So from where you are, we'll just when we name you, please stand up and keep standing so that we can also appreciate you in general at the end. So the singers, His Grace Banki Bihari Das, Bhaktidan, Dr. Chris Barr, Dr. Rogers, Dr. Shadrach, Dr. Oscar, Dr. Benson, Dr. Austin, Her Grace Haripran Priya Devidasi, Her Grace Guna Yashoda Devidasi, Bhaktin Sharon, Bhaktin Gita, Bhaktin Tulsi, Bhaktin Hetvi, Bhaktin Radha Saki, Bhaktin Shalin, Bhaktin Zipi, Bhaktin Katha. The Kirtan team, His Grace Keval Krishna Das, Bhakta Preet, Bhakta Rachit, Bhakta Reyanj, and the instrumentalists who we didn't get to get them for this event, but in absentia, Mr. Paul Seth, Mr. Moses Otieno, Mr. Meshak Kimutai, Miss Catherine Wairimu, Miss Kiana Karaoke, the orator, Her Grace Dorka Vasimi Devidasi, the sounding engineers, two of externally, they helped us from outside, Mr. Trevor Kiboen, Mr. John Mark Okello, His Grace Haridas Prabhu, the film, photography and social media team. We had Bhakta Mike, Bhakta Joe, Bhaktin Barbara, and it was a preaching program, so we had some few roles delegated to a few devotees, and most significantly, His Grace Samadashi Prabhu, His Grace Karuna Ras Das, and a very special surprise that we had from the Ramayana team. Actually, when I was preparing for this concert, I was trying to go back a little in the pastimes of Lord Nrsimhadev, and one of the pastimes, there's one which links Lord Ram with Lord Nrsimhadev, and also one of the performances that we did was a prayer by Lord Ram to Lord Nrsimhadev. So this Mataji, very amazing, Bhaktin Chandni, who surprised us. And special appreciation to Jagannath Prabhu. Well, it was clearly it's something that we've not done before, at least, or maybe for quite a number of years. But when I approached him, I was like, oh my, Jagannath Prabhu. Every time I approach him, he's like, what? Have you looked at this part? What about this side? What about this? And actually, that is a very strong character which helped me to make sure that everything is going on very well. And I'd like to appreciate him very much for that, and also helping in organizing the whole concert in general. And to all of you as well, thank you so much.
And a very special thanks to his guests coming from
To the wonderful team. Maharaj ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Premanande.
ISKCON Nairobi Shamavet Bhaktavrinda ki. So now comes the big moment when this hall gets a name, and amongst Mukund Mahaprabhu's drum roll or mridanga roll, Maharaj will choose a name, and Maharaj will tell a name, you give it, it will stay for years. So no pressure on you. So we'll begin with Maharaj giving the hall a name, after which Maharaj will give all of us a short talk, and then there is a very special book launch which we'll talk about as the program proceeds. But now to naming the hall. Hari Hari Bo!
Hare Krishna, everyone. Hare Krishna. I'm so happy to be here, and firstly, thank you for the cake. It was so orange. It was ideal. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your love, your kindness. Last year was the first time I came to Nairobi. And what to say, it felt like already a home away from home. And I'm so really happy to be with all of you. I feel like Nairobi is such a special place. And from here, Srila Prabhupada has so many dreams to establish Krishna consciousness in Africa. And therefore, I've been to other places in Africa, but I think Nairobi is the gateway to Africa. So if you allow me, I'll try to keep coming back and stealing some nectar from you.
Maharaj, we want you to stay here.
So thank you for your love and your kindness. And just to say a few things about the dance and the drama, this is very, very wonderful. I mean, the first thought when I heard Gitanjali Mataji call up everyone for the drama to thank them, I was like, there's so many people here, was there anyone left to watch it? Okay. Because there were so many people in the devotees in the actual production. This is actually wonderful to include so many devotees. In Chaitanya Leela, Kavi Karnapur, he wrote a drama called Chaitanya Chandradaya Nataka. It's a very, very beautiful drama. I've never seen it in ISKCON actually acted. So that's one challenge for you. You can look at that.
Gitanjali Mataji.
Yeah, take a note. There are many, many actors. So it was so nice. And then the concert staged, headed up by Komita Prabhu. They say in the spiritual world, every step is a and every word is a song. So song and dance is so much a part of spiritual life. When I first came to the Hare Krishna temple, I was like, these guys, all they seem to do is sing and dance all day. And previously, when you go to any other kind of religious place, it's very serious, it's very strict, it's very formal. And then you come to a Hare Krishna temple and people are singing, dancing, swinging, throwing each other across the temple room. You think, wow, is this a religious place? But it makes sense because song and dance are the most natural expressions of the heart. When you're happy, you sing. And when you're happy, you dance. Because this is the natural expression. So we're so happy that this culture is going on of dance and drama. It's such a part of Srila Prabhupada's movement. Srila Prabhupada's movement is not just about philosophy, but it's about culture. And culture means expressing philosophy through the heart in a way that will touch other people's hearts. So big round of applause for the devotees And now to the hall. As we walk through that gate, Sri Gauranga Prabhu told me, oh yeah, by the way, I forgot to tell you, you have to name the hall. This is called spontaneous devotional service.
Birthday surprise, Maharaj.
Yeah. So I was praying, oh my God, then they're going to have to live with this name for the next 10,000 years. So I was so nervous, I was thinking, my God. And then when they opened the doors, I have to tell you what went through my heart. And I have to give you a name. And if you don't like it, you'll have to ban me from coming. When they opened the doors to see the hall, actually I never expected it to be like this. I expected it to be more square. But the first thing that occurred to me was it's very narrow and very long. And the first thing that came to my mind when I saw this narrow and long is many years ago I went to Jagannath Puri for the first time. And actually when I tried to go through the Simha Dwara to get into the Puri temple, they wouldn't let me in. They said, you're from London. I was like, how did you know I'm from London? They said, no Indian is this tall. They're different species. So I said, no, I speak, I tried to speak Gujarati, no, you're from London, you can't go in. So they blocked me actually. So then I walked out the front gate, I thought, I've come all the way to see Jagannath, somehow I must get in. So then I went through the east gate and somehow I got in. And, so I was praying to Jagannath as I walked in. And as I walked into the Jagannath temple, then actually I got the same feeling when I came into Jagannath temple. It was very narrow and very long, and you go to the Garuda Stamba and you see Jagannath from a distance. So when I saw the hall, the first thing that reminded me of was Jagannath temple, and therefore I would humbly, with the permission of Srila Prabhupada, all of our spiritual masters and all of you Vaishnavas, on behalf of them, to name this hall Jagannath Hall. I think Jagannath Hall also has some other major meanings here that occurred to me. Jagannath means the Lord of the universe. Prabhupada said, Krishna is for everyone. Doesn't matter your gender, doesn't matter your age, doesn't matter your color, your caste or your creed. Jagannath is not just for one person or one community. Jagannath is for everyone. So we very much hope that this Jagannath temple will bring the whole of Nairobi here to hear about Krishna with no barriers, in a spirit of love and unity and community. And in this way we can fulfill Srila Prabhupada's dreams. Hare Krishna. Jagannath is also significant for another reason, because, and I'm not just saying this to flatter you, but I think that Nairobi has some of the best cooks I've ever seen. I can say I have practical realization every day I'm going for lunch programs. So I've done my tests. And Jagannath Puri is known for Mahaprasad, Anand Bazaar as we know, where all Jagannath Prasadam is being distributed. So I'm sure many, many wonderful preparations will be made and served in this hall, and will satisfy the hearts and souls of the devotees for many years to come. So in that way, may Jagannath Hall always be a place from which Krishna Prasad is profusely distributed.
Hari Hari Bol.
So yes, thank you very much. Thank you for giving me this small opportunity to do this service. I hope are you happy with the name?
Maharaj is asking, are you all happy?
Thank you, Hare Krishna.
So as one observation I would like to share before we proceed with the program, it is stated in the scriptures that as one advances in their Krishna consciousness, they see Krishna everywhere. They think about Krishna all the time. They place every situation in relation to Krishna. And that's literally what Krishna consciousness means, right? Srila Prabhupada said, first become conscious, then become Krishna conscious. When we all walked through this hall, so many devotees were speaking. I was amongst them. Some devotees were asking, after this all the prasad for devotees should be in this hall. They didn't see Krishna. Other devotees were asking, this is good hall for engagement or marriage or social program. How much do you think Shri Gauranga will charge? So we were thinking like this. Other devotees were thinking, this is a classroom, it's a good place, but when there's no one, we can watch cricket match on this projector here. But Maharaj, when he walked in, he thought of Lord Jagannath in so many ways which he's explained, in so many, not just one angle, so many angles. So it's actually such a blessing and an inspiration to be amongst you, Maharaj, and to learn that whatever we do, we should always try and think of Krishna. So thank you very much, Maharaj, for that. His Holiness Svayam Bhagavan Keshava Maharaj. Now there is a very special book launch ceremony that we want to do. Actually, these books came a bit late. They wanted to be launched earlier by His Holiness Bhakti Brihad Bhagavat Swami Maharaj when he was here in Nairobi. It is a book written by Giriraj Swami, and it is entitled, I'll Build You a Temple. And this book is all about the struggles of the Juhu temple, which is a very significant temple in our movement. And of course, one of the most celebrities have visited is this Juhu temple. So it's a very famous temple in our society, and the struggle that was there was very tough, but we will not all understand until we read this book. So unfortunately, due to shipping issues and whatnot, the book didn't arrive on time. But actually there was a bigger plan. The book was supposed to be launched in this new hall and to be launched by Maharaj himself. So that's why it got delayed.
Jagannath Hall.
And in Jagannath Hall, in Jagannath Hall. So now the book is here. There is a very special prize for today only. From tomorrow the price changes. And it will be launched by Maharaj himself. Whoever can take this opportunity and claim a book, please do so. And I think we can now carry on. Maharaj will also speak a few words about the book before we carry on with the book launch.
Om Jnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam yena tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. In the 7th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam, Prahlad Maharaj says something incredible. Prayena deva manayo svavimukti kama Maunam charanti vijanena parartha nishta Netan vihaya kripanan vimuksha eko Nanyantradasya saranam pramado nupasye. Prahlad Maharaj says there are many saintly people in this world, but most of them, they simply desire to go to the Himalayas. Mumuksha eko, and they just go to the Himalayas and in solitude they try to gain liberation, but only liberation for themselves. Prahlad Maharaj says, but I am not like that. I want to go down to where all the people are. I want to go to all the cities. I want to go to all the crowded places where people have been overcome by Maya. And in those places, I want to teach them about Krishna. Because Vimumuksha eko, I don't want to be liberated alone. I want to try and take as many others as I can with me. This is the mood of a Vaishnava. A Vaishnava has so much compassion. When they were churning the milk ocean and the poison came out, then Lord Shiva decided that he would ingest that poison so that others would not have to be in any kind of danger. And in that place, Lord Shiva is also glorified. Tapyante lokatapena sadhavo prayasojana paramaradhanam tadhi purushasya khilatmanaha. Param aradhanam tadhi. If you want to know the topmost way of worshipping Krishna, you know what that is? The highest way to worship Krishna, tapyante lokatapena, to accept difficulty, anxiety and suffering in order to relieve the difficulty, anxiety and sufferings of other people. If you want to know how advanced the Vaishnava is, this measure and this measure alone will reveal to you the advancement of a Vaishnava. How much suffering are they willing to voluntarily accept in order to relieve the suffering of others? And on this measure, when we look at the life of Srila Prabhupada, we can say there is no one like Srila Prabhupada. There is no one who was willing to undergo so many difficulties, so many anxieties, so many troubles. When we read this book, and everyone should purchase this book and also read it. Sometimes these books, they are in these plastic covers. When I was a kid, in Indian households, they keep everything in plastic. The sofa is still in plastic. The remote control is in plastic because, you don't want to damage it, So sometimes when we go to houses, 10 years, 20 years after giving them the Bhagavatam set is still there, but it's in plastic. And then you say, why? This one is okay. This one you can remove. Everything else you can keep the plastic on. This book is incredibly special because this book is revealing to us the heart of a Vaishnava, the heart of Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada once he said, Vrindavan is my home, Mayapur is my place of worship, but Mumbai, Bombay is my office. So now when you go to Juhu, they say, Srila Prabhupada's office. Srila Prabhupada was on a mission. Srila Prabhupada was on a mission, the mission of the Parampara, to somehow or other deliver Krishna consciousness to the whole world. And Srila Prabhupada said, Bombay is my office. Practically, Srila Prabhupada said the three most important cities in the world are Mumbai, London, and New York. Nairobi is also important. No offense. But London, New York, and Mumbai. Because these three places are gateways. Therefore, Srila Prabhupada, I think so, Giriraj Maharaj writes that there's no other place in the world where Srila Prabhupada spent more time in his preaching years than in Mumbai. Not in Vrindavan? No. Not in Mayapur? No. Not in London? No. Srila Prabhupada spent the most number of years from 1966 to 1977, the most number of days and weeks and months he spent actually in Mumbai. Mumbai was a very, very important place for Srila Prabhupada. And Mumbai was the place where Srila Prabhupada wanted to establish Krishna consciousness very, very strongly. But Mumbai was also the place where Srila Prabhupada underwent the biggest obstacles. In that Mumbai Juhu property, the devotees arrived there. The conditions were absolutely treacherous. There were snakes, there were mosquitoes, there were field rats, there were all kinds of dangers to their health. It was just a barren piece of land, and at that time in Juhu, no one was there. It was a completely out of the main Mumbai area. Then later on, as the things went on, there were other problems, because the person who was supposedly selling the land to Srila Prabhupada was creating so many problems, so many difficulties, so many legal complications. Later on, that person, he sent gundas, all kinds of mafia, to try to remove the devotees. Sometimes they came with sticks, sometimes they came with guns. Through all of this, even the devotees came to Srila Prabhupada and said, Srila Prabhupada, I think it's time to leave this place. Even the devotees were convinced that all of these obstacles were Krishna's sign that there was not meant to be a temple here. But Srila Prabhupada looked at the devotees and he said, I brought Radha Ras Bihari here. I looked them in the eye and I told them, I promised them, I will build a temple for you here. So once I have made a promise to them, how can I go back on my word? When Srila Prabhupada looked at Radha Ras Bihari, he didn't just look at deities. That was his personal relationship with Krishna. And he said, I gave my word to Krishna. So therefore, Srila Prabhupada just carried on. So many problems, so many fights, so many ups and downs. And eventually, after a long, long history, which is documented in this book, Srila Prabhupada established ISKCON Juhu, ISKCON Mumbai in this very, very wonderful place. Srila Prabhupada had a vision. And now, in the entirety of ISKCON, there is not one property in the entirety of ISKCON that is more expensive than our ISKCON Juhu property. That was Srila Prabhupada's vision. He knew. And now when you go to ISKCON Juhu, the other way they promote the project is heaven on earth. Srila Prabhupada brought the whole spiritual world down to Juhu, Mumbai. So this book is a very, very incredible way to understand the heart of Srila Prabhupada, to understand how does a Vaishnava react to obstacles, to understand what is the commitment of a Vaishnava when things become difficult. This book is essentially teaching us that in spiritual life, giving up is not an option. Put your hands up if sometimes you feel like, I don't know if I can do this. Yes, there are days when we feel like that. There are doubts, there are obstacles, there are difficulties, there are struggles with determination. And we think, will I do it? Can I do it? Do I want to do it? But this book, when we read it, we hear the heart of Srila Prabhupada, that he was ready to never give up and to keep going. So that determination is so much coming through in this beautiful book. So His Holiness Giriraj Maharaj is a great personality within our movement. He tells the story that while the struggle was going on in Juhu, once he went into a taxi, and in that taxi, the person who was challenging the devotees, he had sent a prostitute. Because somehow part of his strategy was that if we defame the devotees, if we show them to be of lower character, then that will help us to remove the devotees. And so Giriraj Maharaj, at that time, Giriraj Brahmachari, was in the taxi and the prostitute came in. She sat next to him. And right there in that moment, in his mind, he knew what was happening. And he said, the first thing that went through my mind is, if anything goes wrong here, what will Srila Prabhupada think? No, I have to remove myself from this situation because I can never do anything that would displease Srila Prabhupada. And in that way he immediately escaped. You see, the disciples of Srila Prabhupada, they are not ordinary. These were the same tests which were faced by the great personalities in our parampara like Haridas Thakur. So we must remember that the saints are not just people of the past. We think the saints are the people that we read about in Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita. Actually, the saints are also living today. The saints are also walking amongst us. And there are many, many saintly devotees who dedicated their whole life to serving Srila Prabhupada. And maybe some of those saints are also closer than we think. Giriraj Maharaj is definitely one of those great illustrious personalities. He came from such a wealthy family. He could have had so much comfort, so much facility. But he gave it all up to live in a rat-infested, snake-infested, mosquito-infested field with nothing, because he wanted to see a smile on Srila Prabhupada's face. So, Srila Prabhupada, when he won the Juhu case, Srila Prabhupada took a sip of water, he put his cup down, and he said, "It was a good fight." Even Krishna likes a good fight. So he said it was a good fight. And then he turned around to the devotees and he said, one day someone should write a book about it. And so Maharaj has fulfilled not just the vision of Srila Prabhupada to establish a temple in Juhu, but the desire of Srila Prabhupada to actually share with the world this story. Chaitanya Charitamrita did not just occur 500 years ago in Navadvip, because Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, Adyapi hashe lila kaha gaura roy, kona kona bhagyavan dekhi bara boy. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says the pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are going on even today. Kona kona bhagyavan. But who is that fortunate person? Dekhi balapoy. That person will be able to see. Mahaprabhu's pastimes are going on now. They're going on in the Krishna consciousness movement. Srila Prabhupada said ISKCON is the latest branch of the Chaitanya tree. So this is not just a biography, or this is not just an account. This is an extension of the Chaitanya Charitamrita. This is always expanding. And when we read this, what it will give us is the inspiration to dedicate our own life. And then to say to ourselves that there's nothing better in this world to do than be part of the adventure of Srila Prabhupada's movement. And each one of us in this room have the opportunity to do that. So we're so thankful to Giriraj Maharaj for writing this. I've personally read, I think about 3/4 of this. And it's very, very beautiful, very, very wonderful. So we encourage everyone, please take it with you, please read it, and you will definitely come in contact with the heart of Srila Prabhupada and the heart of a Vaishnava, and in this way it will give you many, many jewels which will help you on your spiritual journey. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Thank you so much, Maharaj, for those words of inspiration and for letting us know about the book, as well as other wonderful pastimes which many of us have heard first time today. We had not heard some of this. As all of you devotees know, our Hilton Hotel here in Nairobi downtown, Srila Prabhupada saw its architecture and said, I want something similar made in Juhu. And it was made similar. There are 2 towers, I think Gauranga Tower and Nityananda Tower. It was inspired by Hilton Nairobi. So Nairobi is also an important city. But thank you so much, Maharaj. How many devotees have felt that Maharaj's presence here has really brought some energy? Please put up your hands. I think you all have more energy than that. How many of you feel inspired? It's always a pleasure, Maharaj, to have you here. Thank you so much. So this book by Giriraj Swami is on a special offer today of only Kenya shillings 1,800. 1,800 shillings only. We encourage all the devotees, please, if you can, take this book. It's a great story that you can read to children. It's a great inspiration that you can get yourself by knowing what Srila Prabhupada and his disciples went through, and of course, ultimately make us think of Lord Krishna. All of you know the rates in Nairobi. 1,800 is not even our dinner if we go out to eat. For those who eat out, we know each other. So 1,800 is not even one meal. So please, if you can, please purchase this book. You'll see her great Sadhana Mataji. She's in charge of the book. She'll give it to you when you purchase it. From tomorrow, 8 o'clock in the morning, the price is 2,200. So whoever can book and take it today, please make sure you do so and enjoy this special offer, as well as read about Srila Prabhupada's pastimes in ISKCON Juhu. His Holiness Giriraj Swami Maharaj ki, His Holiness His Holiness Svayam Bhagavan Keshava Swami Maharaj ki. So from tomorrow also, 7 o'clock every evening, here at the Jagannath Hall, the newly named Jagannath Hall, we'll be having a seminar by Maharaj, and he's going to speak on the modes of devotional service. So it will start at 7 and 7 sharp, and then there'll be light prasad after the seminar. It will go on from Monday, tomorrow, to Thursday. So please take advantage of all the days, hear from Maharaj, and recharge our spiritual batteries so that we can become closer and closer to Shri Shri Radha Banki Bihari. So how many devotees will attend tomorrow in this new Jagannath Hall? Make a promise. Of course, ISKCON Nairobi devotees are also very merciful. I believe there will be an online viewing as well. So in case for some reason or the other you can't make it, please log into Google Meet, and it will also be broadcast there. So you can still take inspiration and nectar from Maharaj. So now I think we'll break. There is Mahaprasad for everyone. Please have Prasad. Jagannath Hall ki Jai! His Grace Swami ki Prabhu ki Jai! His Holiness Svayam Bhagavan Swami Keshava Maharaj ki Jai! Shamoed Bhaktarinda ki Jai! Jai Gaur Premanande!
So we're going to request Valmiki Prabhu to do some kirtan as we are proceeding out towards the hall, of course passing by the book stand. At least even if you plan to buy it tomorrow at the higher rate, at least you can have darshan of the book today and maybe may change your mind to take it at the discounted price today. Hare Krishna, everyone can proceed for prasadam.